Alright guys, it's been a little while since I've done a progress report. I have done a devlog after I released the game, but it's been a little while since I've done a progress report, and why am I doing one? Well, I am continuing developing Orbital Entropy. I've started up a new production studio course, and so I asked my professor if I could just continue on with this project, and so that's what I'm doing. Now, one thing I have done since release is I have also made another version of the game, version 1.1. This version was a very simple version. It pretty much fixed a few bugs, added new fonts to the game, so the game will look a little different. No longer using fonts made by myself, it's now using fonts made by other people that have support for far many more characters. This is really good because if I decide to add language support for different languages, I can access all those certain different characters that each language may have, like, Greek or Japanese or just any other letters that aren't in, standard English, standard Latin alphabet. So I can, use letters and stuff with like accent marks and stuff for like Spanish or something. So that's one of the main decisions why I have done that with these fonts, and that's pretty much all version 1.1 was. Right now I'm working on version 1.2, so let's take a look at what I am planning. Alright, so here is my 4-week plan for this new production studio. Now, this is my old 4-week plan. I have gotten ahead. I have added some new functions to the map editor, which I'm very excited to show you guys. And so instead of working on asteroid hazards for week 3, I have moved that to this current week, week 2. So I'm going to be showcasing that in this video today. Alright, so here is the project right here. You can see different fonts. We have Bad Comic and Silver. Silver being the more pixelated font, and Bad Comic being the more carefree font. So I'm first going to go over some changes with the map editor. With the map editor, you can now turn on hints. So if I have Earth selected, I can press E, and I can toggle the do hint value. And then we have a hint direction. Right now it's at 0. Press E again. Change hint direction, and I can set a direction, to nudge the player to, where to launch the Earth. For the black hole, we can also enable physics, and we can also set a launch direction. So let's go ahead and save our map. We're just going to call it move. And, well, let's play it. So let's find it. Move, and then play. You're going to see that the black hole starts moving and the Earth can orbit around it. Now, one thing is you'll never see black holes orbit in the main levels of the game. So allowing them to move within custom maps, I feel is going to give some, more creative freedoms, given that black holes do move around in real life. Or so we think, or, well, I guess we know. But here, I have this right here. We can also change this to a sun, so like in the game you're going to see a ton of moving suns. But yeah, so that might be what you're more used to in some of the standard levels of the game. But I feel I want the the player of the game, to have some creative freedoms. Now, let's go back to the map editor. I have been working on a few more things. For example, you'll notice there's just an add item button down here, not a add star and add coin. Well, we always had a little menu, so you could press Control A to bring up an add menu, right here. And so I have just condensed that into one button because we have more objects. So you can not only add a star or a coin into the game, you can also add asteroids, asteroid missiles, and asteroid launchers. And these are, of course, going to be customizable to a degree. The asteroids and asteroid missiles, not so much, but the asteroid launcher, you'll be able to choose what type of asteroid you launch, what direction it's in, and a few other things like that. I figured it would be nice just to allow someone to add just a random asteroid into the level. Um, that way, if you don't want to launch an infinite amount of asteroids, you can just add 1, 2, however many you want in a level, and they can actually orbit around things. So you could design some pretty cool levels with this. Now, unfortunately, it's not fully implemented yet. I have, basically the stuff in the list. Now it's just a matter of, creating these for the map editor, which I'm going to do next week. I just wanted to show you that right now. Anyways, enough talking about asteroids. Let's actually see a few. So we're going to go into our developer room right here. As you can see, we have an asteroid launcher right here. Looks a lot like a black hole. However, you'll notice a ring of, energy or something just counting down. And it always lines up with when it will launch an asteroid. Let me show you something real quick. Alright, so here are, some values to edit with the asteroid launcher. What we're going to do is we're going to edit the time seconds, and we're going to up it to about 3 seconds. We can also adjust some launch speed, so we can pretty much do whatever we want here. I'm going to set it at 2. We'll see how that works. And we're going to launch. Now we're going to play the game, and we'll see. It launches an asteroid real fast every 3 seconds, and like I said, that circle kind of counts down. So I feel it was a nice way to telegraph what was happening. I was originally just going to leave it as is, and then I started messing around with the circle animation, and I'm like, you know what? You could easily set this up to match with the timer. So that's exactly what I did. I feel it's a nice way to tell you, hey, an asteroid's going to be launched soon. So we can go ahead and start orbiting right now, and all we have to worry about is the asteroid coming right now. I wonder what happens if we set it to 0. I never really accounted for that. So let's take a look at what happens when you set it to 0. Oh, I bet this is real loud. Let's listen to it. I don't know if my microphone was picking that up. Let me turn on desktop sound. Yeah, I bet that sounds real nice. Alright, so, yeah, if you set the timer to 0, infinite asteroids that are all going to collide with each other. Now, it is based on an integer value, so we'll just set it back to 1 second. And, if we want, we could set the speed to 10. Let's take a look at that. Pew! Oh, this is great. This would be a fun challenge. Let's see what happens. Let's see if we get hit. I mean, we have to get hit at some point. Woo! That just took us out, like, dang. Okay, that was super fun. That might have to make it into a level or a special level or something. It's going so fast the asteroid can't even go around the black hole. That's how fast it's moving. Alright, enough messing around. Let's take a look at the asteroid missiles. You're going to notice the asteroid missiles seem to be going around the Earth. I believe they will explode when they touch each other. They pretty much explode on anything. Oh no! Look at that. We've got a whole ring of them. So the asteroid missiles will specifically target the Earth. They're not going to go after a black hole like they're supposed to. You'll notice they have like this little purple around them. I guess the sort of lore, so to speak, with that is that it's like dark energy contained within an asteroid. Dark energy, dark matter, whatever. Something that just, for some reason, makes it gravitate towards the planet. It's not really supposed to be explainable by science. It's meant for fun. But that's how it works. Now, I believe I am in a bit of a predicament. If I try and launch right now, yeah. Alright, so what we're going to do, we're going to up the timer to 2 seconds. It's going to launch a missile every 2 seconds. We're going to set it sort of back here. I sort of want it in the view of the camera. And let's see. It's going to launch right at the Earth, and we're going to see it happen. Now, they do explode when they touch black holes. just the way that the programming works, trying to fix it results in something very complicated. And I don't want to have to rewrite code if I don't have to. So I don't want to have to rewrite the entire attraction of mass or whatever, or how, I guess, how these interact with each other. I'd like to keep that all pretty simple. So they just explode whenever they touch a black hole or anything. And they constantly go after the Earth. You can see that one caught up to me. And they do move a bit faster than a regular asteroid. They don't have a higher mass. This is basically just a multiplier that I have added to these asteroids in specific. So that way they're more likely to, be able to, I guess, I don't know how to explain it. They'll be more attracted to Earth, be able to move a little bit quicker. Yeah. Very interesting. I think this will be a neat mechanic to have like little missiles following you around. Let's see. Yeah. You can do some cool stuff with that. Now, with them still orbiting the Earth, they obviously can go around it. So, I guess that's sort of all I have to showcase. It's not really a whole lot, but next week I'll be adding these to the map editor along with a few other things. So, I hope to have the map editor pretty much done, and then I can focus on more designy sort of things. So, that's going to be it. Thank you for watching. I'm having fun developing this, and thank you for watching. Bye-bye.